to answer your question, is society doomed? Maybe, I don't know. I'm here anyway. Being full of despair is a lot more easy to reason than being hopeful. Do you think the beauty industry really makes money off of women being secure in themselves? No.
Wow.
No. And like I'm about to step like way over a line right now.
Oh, step into it.
Think about, do you know who?
Don't take the mic from me. Y'all are getting canceled.
No, but
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Th3rds podcast. But there's more than three of us today. Let's go ahead and introduce our guests first.
Today here we have Jack. If you know, you just know Jack.
The MVP.
MVP.
Man, the myth, the legend.
I feel like we could all agree Jack is probably one of the most interesting, most intellectual people we probably know.
The white shadow.
And why wouldn't we want to bring Jack on the podcast? He could pretty much speak on any topic you bring up at any given moment. So, is there anything you want to mention before we get into just about yourself and how you feel?
no, nothing at all. Let's get into it.
Let's get straight into it.
Well, let's introduce our host. Hello, my name is Jordan.
I'm Charles.
And I'm Dior.
We're back with another episode
Of the Th3rds.
Do you have like theme music or something?
Theme music?
Do you have like theme music or something?
I use a Boondocks type beat instrumental.
Oh, that's smooth.
Cue the type beat. Watch me forget that.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, so let's get straight into the daily deviations. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So we got a bunch of interesting ones. I went in my bag for you, Jack.
Oh,
Just
snap.
know I went in the bag for you. I bet. So the first one, if you had 3 wishes, you can't wish for more wishes.
Okay.
Basic genie rules. Come on now.
Okay.
Like don't be like that guy.
Yeah.
But if you had 3 legitimate wishes, only 3, what will those 3 wishes be?
Give me infinite miles on every airline in the world.
Whoa.
So
Essentially,
so I just have free flights to go anywhere.
That's an oddly specific one.
It is. Well, I feel like give me $1 billion is like too.
Yeah.
Like you said, basic genie rules. I'm gonna eliminate like lots of money as one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's too basic. What else? I would also like the ability to sing like Otis Redding,
Oh, wow.
and
You don't know
I'm sure
about Otis Redding?
you would if sitting on the dock of the bay. No, try a little tenderness.
You should sing it. Make it.
I'm not. No. And then
I heard it.
Yeah. You got to listen to that Jay-Z and Kanye song.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yep.
sampled it.
Yep. You've probably heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
That most quotable song ever.
Yeah.
Like every line. Third, I'm gonna go. This is like this one's a little personal, but I would rid myself of every shameful feeling that I have. Because
Wow.
that defines my being, and I don't like it. So if I could just get rid of it like that,
Shameful feeling.
it would be great. So those are my 3. Infinite miles on every airline. Sing like Otis Redding, and remove shame from myself.
That was actually a lot deeper than I
That
thought it
is
was gonna
deep.
be.
That's deep. He didn't mention nothing about food. He didn't mention nothing about...
I mean, if I have infinite miles, like what I can get any food I want.
No facts.
Like I can fly to Italy real quick.
and get you a nice pasta.
Yeah, I can go to Modena. I can go to Singapore. I can get some street food.
Yeah, facts.
You might die.
And you might not even need shelter like that for real.
Yeah, because I can just like hop on whatever flight. I can just like go to Singapore for a day. Although you won't want to do that. It's a very long flight.
Yeah.
No, not that.
I covered them. Oh, what are y'all 3 wishes?
Charles, go first.
3 wishes. We're going to keep this simple.
Marry Shansia.
Yeah.
Marry Shansia. Second one is, I don't know, free camera equipment. You feel me? I can just walk
Free
in a
camera
place,
equipment.
they give me free camera equipment. I don't want to just be rich. I don't want that to be a wish. I'd rather get the stuff that would give me all the tools for me to be successful if I put in the effort also.
Yeah, it's like skipping levels in a video game. That's no fun.
Yeah.
Dang.
Now you just get a little cheat sheet, just a little bit.
What's your 3rd one?
My 3rd one, Probably be like 5'10". I'm just too tall.
He's 6 feet, y'all. Don't let him fool you.
They
Wait, what
can't tell.
are you actually 6 feet? Are you
Yeah.
like 6'1"?
My license says 6'1".
Oh, okay.
Cap-a-doodle doo.
Charles, you want to go next? Or I should?
Yeah, my top 3: have food whenever I feel the need that I need food. Be able to help people whenever I can, monetarily. So like, say someone needs like $100 to like get something, I could just be like, okay, boom, $100 in my bank account. But I can only get that money if someone else is in need of it.
That's real. You limiting yourself.
Yeah. And third, be able to sing like Rihanna.
I'm joking.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
What's it called? Oh,
I'm joking.
I want to take back one of mine. What was
Go
mine?
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I want to be able to have drip like Jordan.
Oh. Oh.
What the heck? This is such a funny episode. It's so random.
Okay. Wow. This is our first one. This is the first one. Did you want to say?
No, continue.
Okay. That was very random. Okay, but for me, my first wish is to, I don't know, I wish for world peace in the most natural way possible, maybe.
Okay.
Like have people have peace of mind in like the most feasible possible way, not in like my perspective of world peace, but in like a general consensus perspective of world peace. Like world peace in the most possible way as possible. You feel what I'm saying?
So no one's searching for overruling power.
Exactly. So just world peace in like the most possible way that it doesn't like have my jurisdiction.
It defies human odds because we're always looking to better outdo everyone.
No facts, because I feel like when people say I wish for world peace, you're seeing like from like your skewed perspective, because like you don't. What is peace to you? It could be a different peace to somebody else. So like
facts.
I'm saying like I wish for like a consensus on like what world peace is, and then we achieve that in any way possible.
Okay.
Am I a nerd? Probably.
How selfless.
I guess.
Who do you have watching the podcast?
I don't know.
That you saying things like this now?
J-Lu don't know me for real.
I just don't know who's watching.
Nobody's watching. Nobody
Okay.
watches me. Second wish. My second wish. I wish I could able to teleport, but it'll be like an hour cooldown.
So you don't
I
abuse
like that
it?
y'all
So you don't
are
abuse
Yeah,
it?
so I don't abuse it.
Mm.
So you don't abuse it, like an hour cooldown.
Hour cooldown.
Because if I could teleport all over the place, like I would be very lazy. I would get very
5
lazy.
minutes.
Yeah.
Go teleport to the bathroom.
Yeah. I have to be like, if it's like an hour cooldown, it's like, okay, I got like an hour. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta make this worth it. Cause like, say if like someone runs up on me, it's like, dang, I use my hour to like, I use my teleportation just to go to the bathroom earlier.
He's stuck.
Now I can't run out of that situation. Nah. So like hour cooldown, or maybe like a day, hour a day, whichever one. And then third wish, my third wish is that I can snap my fingers and $1 would appear.
So you'd just be going.
Yeah, all the time. So like, say like I need to like pay for some food. Give me a sec, waiter.
Now you look like you're stabbing at them, and it makes you.
No, but like the money
makes
just
you a
stacking
jerk.
next to me. just give me one sec, and then just keep snapping.
This man dude gonna be snapping in his
No
sleep.
facts. Wait, was that an inside joke?
No, that was not an inside joke. That's so interesting.
Jordan told me not
Only
to
you
break
would
my
think
hand.
of that. Yeah, don't break your hand.
Did you still want to reverse your wish? One of them?
It was one of them. I forgot what it was.
The first
Shensia,
one.
camera
Shensi was
equipment.
saying- It was the third one. I forgot what the third one was. But you had said something that was like, oh.
Was it camera equipment?
No.
Nah, it wasn't camera equipment. What was my last one?
Isn't memory funny?
Yeah.
It
None of
is.
us
None
can
of us
remember
can
it.
remember what the third one was.
Oh, I remember what the third one was. I don't. Next topic.
You know, sometimes you say it just to hope that you jog
It
your memory by
clicks.
saying that.
Yeah, that did not happen. So the next daily deviation we have on the board. So Jack, big philosopher, so I did cater this to him. Who
Big philosopher.
Currently studying
a big
history.
philosopher, like really like the most philosophical guy I know. If you were to choose a philosopher, your favorite philosopher, who would it be? Y'all don't have to answer this. So I don't know if y'all know philosopher, but if you want to, you can.
Plato, Aristotle.
Plato, Aristotle.
Like,
Try me.
I want to. Well, first, I want to let everybody know that I know obscure ones that aren't just Greek. So I'm just gonna name some real quick. Jacques Lacan, Martin Heidegger, Alain Badiou. All right, that's it for that. But
Those are some of my favorites, actually.
you really love Jean Baudrillard, Being in Nothingness. I think he wrote that. I don't know.
Nah, I like the Alain Badiou.
Wait,
But I'm gonna go with a more basic pick, which is Diogenes the Cynic, Diogenes of Sinope, ancient Greece, and I like him so much because everybody hated him and exiled him everywhere he went because he just made a mockery of everything everybody was doing, which I don't know if I love his like his actual philosophy, like, but he's the most entertaining one because he just apologies for getting a little explicit, but he would pull up to whatever pantheon people were philosophizing in and interrupt them and just like piss on the floor, which is really cool.
That's so crazy.
Or he'd like live in a like a wine cask. He can be homeless, and he lived till he was like 89 years old. So homeless the whole time, and he just made fun of everybody. He didn't have any friends. Everybody hated him. But all he was doing, he would just make a mockery out of like institutions, and that was cool. And I respect him for dedicating his life to the bit.
What you told me, he has none of his own writings.
Yeah, I mean, like many Greek philosophers, they're written about, but they didn't write themselves. If I could be getting him mixed up with somebody else, but I'm pretty sure Diogenes didn't write anything himself.
Wow.
He just pops up in like Plato's dialogues all the time.
Against the grain.
Yeah,
I feel like you told me about that one before. I feel like you said something about that one before.
probably. He's. I think about him somewhat frequently because I'm like, I respect somebody who can dedicate their entire nearly 90-year life just to the bit. I can't even date 2 minutes. I mean, I can't even dedicate 2 minutes to the bit. So
You are pretty dedicated because for the whole, what's it called? Trafficking drugs. That was
oh yeah, that was a bit, but I was only there like. I had to. If you watch that video, I had to. Like, I tapped him on the shoulder and turned around because I started laughing. Like I couldn't. I was not able to hold that in.
Yo, can you believe that? I didn't really know you too well when I first saw the video. So I was like, interesting guy.
Interesting.
I don't know if you're gonna put it. Should you explain for context what that was?
Oh, no, it's gonna put it.
Oh, okay. Well,
One way or another.
okay. There we go.
We're gonna slowly zoom out and it's gonna pop up.
Okay.
Oh, and another thing about that philosopher, you said that he believed that owning things was theft.
I'm paraphrasing a bit, and I was like, it's not that simple because then you're getting into Marx. But he believed like in a way he's like a proto-anarchist. Like he believed all like ownership and institutions were just like rotten from the inside.
Wow.
But Marx is more ownership is theft guy, but we don't know.
We're not gonna go too deep into that.
That's
We don't
crazy.
need
That's a
to-
different topic.
That's crazy. It really was catered to him. All right, we got 13. I bet. Charles, you next.
I'm next.
Yeah, if you have a favorite philosopher.
No.
Okay.
Marcus Aurelius, guys. You guys know who that is, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about J. Lou?
I like, you feel me? I'm a big follower of, I'm a big follower of,
Yeah.
I really like, like me and Locked In. If you know, you know.
You know. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, J. Lou. That's beautiful, J. Lou. I guess he's kind of like more than a philosopher, but he does like practice a lot of philosophy, and he did have a few writings. I don't know if you know Miyamoto Musashi.
Was he like a
Samurai?
Samurai, that's what I
He was
thought.
a samurai,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did he write haikus?
Yeah, he did write haikus. Plenty of haikus.
I love haikus.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting way of writing a poem. Like,
Because you have to strip it down to the essentials.
exactly, it's
You-
just syllables.
Yeah.
Like,
So what's the distinction between a poem and a haiku?
Haiku is 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5
7
syllables.
syllables.
You never had to do this in
Okay.
elementary school? Like,
Yeah.
write a haiku. They
It's
did
like-
that when I was in elementary
it's like
school.
3
Yeah, we
lines.
did it too.
It's like 3 lines.
Must be
that's
something.
all.
Must be a Central
That's it?
Florida thing.
Yeah. You have to like make the most out of those 3 lines, and then 5 syllables instead of.
You went to a marine
Dang.
school.
I did go to a marine
I was
school.
going to a marine school, so I thought.
Well, like marine as in it was underwater or like military?
No, like we were known for being a high marine school. So if you wanted to be a marine biologist, you would go to my high school.
Okay, so like underwater marine.
Yeah, underwater.
Okay.
Oh, I
marine.
thought you meant like school underwater.
I thought you meant school underwater. I was
I meant
like,
that too.
fish hooks.
What's it called? Fun fact, I wanted to be a marine biologist, but I felt like I needed to swim.
No way.
You don't know how to swim?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know
I
how
do
to
know.
swim.
Yeah. Yeah.
I probably told you that before, yeah.
No, but we've both been at pool parties before where I was like, I don't think this guy can swim.
I don't remember.
You don't remember 4th of July that one year?
You don't remember that? You just be looking at Jordan and be like,
Well,
You
no, but I
can't
think I was the only one in the pool who could swim. Cause we were like throwing around a football, and then like somebody who's not gonna be named, like we were racing to get it, and he just like grabbed onto me and started pushing me. Not you, somebody else. Like pushed me under. I was like, this is what somebody who doesn't know how to swim
does.
trying to save themselves does. I'm like, please stop.
Please stop, I'm drowning. That's actually really funny. You don't know how to swim, gang?
Nah, I don't. Is that crazy?
In Florida? Yeah, slightly.
Mom don't know how to swim.
He's from
I used to
Ohio,
watch H2O Mermaids with my sister. That's a great show, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they're so cool. I want to be a merman, but I can't swim.
And then
Or
you
like,
wanted to
I
be
like
a marine
Avatar
biologist.
and Last Airbender, you know, Katara. That's my. I
Katara.
had a crush on Katara. You know, me
Didn't
and
we
Katara.
all?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Katara. Yeah, just Katara. You would have a crush on Tall.
They look like they have a crush on Zuko.
Okay. All right. What the heck?
Whoa.
I'm probably cutting that out.
For all the Avatar fans out there, they're making a film, a live action film
yeah.
now.
Again, that
Yeah,
first one was
again.
so good. I'm joking. Funny story about that one. I was so excited for it when I was 8
very
years old.
excited.
I had
Yeah.
the bootleg.
My older brother, who was 19 at the time, was driving me to it, and it was like the first showing in the morning. It was like 9 a.m. and he was like so hungover. I didn't know that at the time because I was 8 years old.
Uh-huh.
But like he was so hungover, and he was driving. He like probably shouldn't have been driving. but
Yeah.
He told me later, he was like, that was the worst, like one of the worst mornings of my life, because he was hungover and he got subjected to a terrible movie.
That movie was so bad.
Yeah, if he crashed, you wouldn't have blamed it on the hungover. It would just been the movie. I was sparing my younger brother from life.
Shout out M. Night Shyamalan, man.
That's so bad.
I like M. Night Shyamalan though for the most part. That was just a minor misstep, minor setback to a major
Facts, I
comeback.
don't think he just I just don't think he understood the material like that.
Sure, I don't know. I literally saw that one time when I was 8 years old. I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Next topic.
But yeah, that was a great movie.
To the real topics now, you feel me?
Okay.
What you saw before was not the real podcast. It was the real podcast.
It was all an illusion.
Yo, this podcast is so interesting. This probably the most interesting one we drop.
It's Jack.
It's Jack.
It is
Interesting
Jack.
pod.
Thank you.
Interesting guy.
Am I close enough to the mic? I feel like I've been like leaning
You get
back
a
too
little
much.
closer,
I can get
probably.
like this. This is good. No, that's too much.
Eat the
Just-
mic. Oh, Charles, you got the topics, right?
Topics for today. Yeah.
And we just bounce off those kind of general topics, you feel me?
But for today, the topics are mostly like around society.
Sorry.
But for the first question we have for you, Jack, is a pretty big one. Is society doomed? Now you're probably thinking like, what do you mean by that? Well, you'll look at like the way that society is going right now with like social media and with what's going on around the world, even having influence on the way kids are acting now that are growing up, that are being raised in this society. And it's like people are growing up, questioning themselves, not really knowing what's going on,
The
and
world might be getting more wicked.
the world looks real
more
wicked
school
around us.
shootings, more things like that. What is your take on society and where it's headed?
Is there hope? Do we have hope for our children?
Well-
My kids!
First off, I do think things need to be kept in perspective.
Okay.
You know, there's people alive right now who were in concentration camps in Nazi Germany.
Wow, true.
And so things I think were a lot worse then than they are now by many metrics.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I wrestle with this a lot in my head because despair, like being completely out on everything, like being full of despair, is a lot more easy to reason than being hopeful. Like there is a lot of evidence to have despair. And I'm a very like, I'm not even saying like any sort of like Jordan Peterson, like facts and logic type thing, but I do orient like my worldview around being able to look at evidence and look at reason and like come to a conclusion. Like I do very few things just like leap of faith basis, and I probably could afford to do more things leap of faith basis.
I'm a faith leaper.
Yeah, that's good. No, like I definitely could, but like sometimes that ability to reason, because humans are a bit able to reason, but we're not rational, and whether you know it or not, it can betray you. And to answer your question, is society doomed? Maybe, I don't know. I'm here anyway. It doesn't, like, we're here. What do you want me to do? Just like go hide in my room and be like, oh my God, the world sucks. Like, it's
true.
And
then they got to wake up.
And it doesn't make any sense. Like, it makes all the sense in the world. Somebody's about to come in this room.
Arno.
Somebody's about to come in this room. That was not Arno.
Huh?
Looked a little bit like him.
Arno is
That's one of my
weird, though.
classmates. Shout out to him.
Arnold
Yeah.
looks like a white dude with glasses.
Yeah, no, that was his twin. That was his twin. Anyway, like, I don't care if society is doomed or not. I'll say that.
Okay.
Because I am here. We are all here. Suicide is not an option. So I just have to keep going. We all have to keep going. Also, we live a pretty charmed life. I mean, like, I have oodles of problems with the United States. I could go off for hours about that, and it'll probably get me put on a list. But but keep things in perspective. Like, there ain't a war going on here on this soil.
Yeah.
I can wake up and not be afraid I'm going to die by the time the day is over. And for some people, that is the case around
You
the
sound
world.
so grateful.
This is like, I'm doing this in spite of myself. I hope you know that. Like my natural inclination is to be like, oh my God, this sucks. I hate this. Like, look at the negative. That is my natural inclination. Everything I'm saying is in spite of myself. But I tell myself this until I believe it.
Would you say that most people's natural inclinations are negative?
I don't want to generalize like that. I kind of thought it was, and then I like met more people, and I was like, oh, no, not everybody's like that. Some people do have it's like they get off on like misery, and they want to bring you down with them, even if it makes sense. That's the thing that's hard, is because it makes sense to be miserable. Like, it makes a lot of logical sense to like be down in the dumps and be disappointed about stuff, but you just have to persevere anyway. And the people who want to be like they languish in like complaining and like thinking everything's so terrible and always like doom scrolling the news of like whatever latest tragedy happened.
Yeah, they got the bad hand, the cars in life and things like that. You feel me? But I mean, regardless of like the whole outside, world, at the end of the day, no matter what stack of cards you were dealt, still got to get up and make something out of it. Some people was born like in the hood, in the trenches. Some people were born poor, one parent, no parents. Some people's parents died when they was younger, but they still make it to their version of success. Because if we talk about like success in society, like from a younger generation, I guess like our generation maybe, success could be different from someone else's.
Oh, for sure.
Before I'm kind of going to go into self-talk about society view on success, but I did like how you said you like tell yourself you're telling yourself the opposite of what your brain naturally believes. I like that, because I often like say like we do have to deny our own thoughts, because I feel like you said like, do you think it's natural for everyone to get like negative thoughts, or like most people get negative thoughts? I think they do, because at the end of the day, like everyone struggles with doubt. Say they're pursuing their dream, they're pursuing their passion, they're gonna have self-doubt. They're gonna think they're not here for it. They're gonna be self-conscious. A lot of it is the spotlight effect, where you think everyone notices something, but they really don't.
I do, to get a little more negative. I don't want to act like it's all peaches and cream. Like you mentioned, like social media and stuff like that. I do genuinely think social media has had a negative impact just on a lot of, and it's a net negative. Like, there's things that are good about it, but it's a net negative. Like, in my own life, my screen time, you don't even want to know. Like, anytime I feel weird, there's a Tim Robinson sketch where he talks about like, anytime I feel weird, I just look at my phone for hours, and that's when I saw that sketch, I was like, oh damn, yeah, I do that. Because I can't stand to like be alone with like let my mind wander because it's just gonna go to crazy places. And I've conditioned myself for that. And I had a childhood before phones were really widespread. I got my first cell phone when I was 13.
Wow.
And I can't imagine the kids that come out of the womb with an iPad, basically.
Straight out the womb.
Yeah, you're conditioned. It's just rewiring your brain.
Yeah, letting your mind wander. That's like a big thing. I say like people don't let their mind wander because it will go in crazy places. Like that's why people like on their phone at night or they use like recreational drugs. Is it recreational? I don't know. Well, if you're smoking, you kind of like say you need to smoke to go to sleep. At the end of the day, like, or you need to smoke when you come off work. It's different for every person, but a lot of it is so they don't have to think about the problems. So they don't have to think about like them struggling or like their work. They just got off 40 hours. 40 hours is crazy. 40-hour work week. You feel me? And it's to take away stress, but it's also to take away their mind. You feel me? Being alone with your thoughts is very scary. I'm not gonna lie, because it will wander, and then it can get very negative in there. But you do have to like deny your own mind, which is crazy. When I first started doing it felt like I was literally fighting myself for every decision.
No, I still do it. Like it still feels like I'm lying. Like it still doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Your mind will lie to you. A lot of people don't realize it.
Yeah,
but at the same, you also have to do it compassionately. You don't want to be like bad brain. You have to, because that's no good. That's just gonna like perpetuate a cycle of self-hatred. You have to be like, okay, inner critic, I appreciate what you're trying to do because you're trying to help. Like you're trying to help me, and I appreciate it. But let's roll it back a bit. I try to do that. I fail most times, but
inner critic. Wow, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
But it really be feeling like that angel, that demon on your shoulder,
Yeah.
Not even if it's like making a decision based on like doing something, crazy or sinful. It's like just natural thoughts. Like that self-doubt is such a big thing in people's minds. People just think like that's their natural thought, but you can pick and choose your thoughts. Like when people say you can wake up in the morning and choose to be happy, it's kind of a choice. You could choose to be miserable in a sense. You think so?
I'd say you can't choose your thoughts. Because things will like pop up in your brain. We all, everybody has like intrusive thoughts that they don't say.
Yeah.
But it's the stuff that you choose to like act upon.
Okay.
And act upon could literally mean doing something physical, like, but it could also just be like, these are the ones I choose to prioritize. Because like if I voiced every thought in my head, I'd probably be like in a straitjacket within 2 minutes. But I recognize that that's not me. That's just like, the mind does crazy stuff.
You're not your thoughts.
Yeah, you're not your thoughts, and you don't want to feel too bad about them because like then you'll just feel ashamed of your thoughts, and that's no good. You don't want to be more shameful.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, but I was kind of going off into a thing about when I was saying like success in society's eyes and society's viewpoint. I think, or how I view like success in like our generation, it is like getting money at a young age. A lot of people feel like if you're not, rich or well off by the age of 25, you failed in life, which is crazy. And I feel like that does drive some people to make bad decisions. We are in South Florida. Scamming is a big thing. You feel me?
Huge.
Yeah.
Shout out Broward County.
And to be able to live that lifestyle, be able to, be there, they might act upon that.
A note on scammers though. If you have seen a noticeable uptick in social media of women talking about like, oh, if he can't pay my rent or he can't pay this meal, she is messing with scammers. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad if you pay for a meal. Be a gentleman, help out when you can. But when she's talking about having everything paid, she is messing with scammers, and you cannot compete. I'm sorry. I mean, monetarily, be glad. No. I'm saying be glad. Like you don't want her anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't want her. Like scamming is fast. You cannot. It's fast money. It's fast money, and it's like you literally. The whole thing about fraud is you have to get rid of the money like immediately,
You do.
or else like you're toast. You might be toast anyway.
So you're saying they're putting the money over morals?
Yeah, no, you should never do that.
You should not.
do that.
You should not.
On the next episode, we'll be going band for band with a South Florida scammer.
We back.
We double camera setup.
But yeah, we opened up the podcast to a homeless man.
What?
Picture of homeless man.
To continue on my thought from before, done with scammers, by the way. I'm not like that was that on that to get a little more serious. Because you mentioned like, what about our kids and our family, man? Like, think about the Black Plague in Europe in the mid 1300s, right?
Okay.
At least half of Europe died. At least.
Yeah.
It was somewhere between a half and 3/4. And imagine like your entire village just drops dead in like a disgusting, violent way, because that's what happened in the Black Death.
Wow.
And people were still procreating. So I know technically, like, you could reason to be like, oh, but climate change and blah, blah, blah is worse. But like, on a visceral level, you see your entire village get horribly sick and develop like these welts, and then like decompose and die and spread it to the next village. Everybody dies. And these people are still procreating. They're still having kids. They're still continuing. Like, all I'm saying is things have been worse. Things have been worse.
Be worse.
Sex will go on.
Exactly.
Reproduction, procreation.
Procreation, I love that word.
I didn't want to curse. I don't know if you guys approve.
Oh yeah. I don't know what curse.
Cuss, swear. That's what that word means.
Yo, yeah, I know what curse means. I didn't know what you would say.
Can I say it?
Yeah, I'll just blurt it out.
Okay, yeah. What I was gonna say was like, despite all that and the Black Plague, they're still.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
They were still. They were still getting it on.
They're still getting it on.
That's right.
Okay. I thought she was gonna say sex. That's not sex. It is. But yeah, did you have anything deviating off of that?
No, I was gonna say that's a great way to put it in perspective as far as society nowadays, because we be thinking, dang, this is the worst it's ever gonna be, and it's just gonna continue to get worse. It's like, nah, you're not walking outside seeing dead bodies lined up on the street.
Yeah, like while saying that while you have air conditioning, mind you, and that's not to say you don't have the right to complain about your, like, it can always be better, and you can always hold people accountable. You shouldn't just be like grateful for mediocrity, but at the same time, like, you know, I've got it pretty good in some ways.
So from a standpoint, when you're saying there's always something to be grateful about, there is this thing with society nowadays where people are not super grateful with maybe the body that's been dealt with them. So they're...
I don't think that's how you're supposed to say those words.
In a way.
The topic said body image.
It's about how what's trending in society causes individuals, it may make them want to change their body, or make them not feel like their body is enough.
This isn't like a new thing. Like even back in like the 1900s, girls used to like fit themselves in those corset dresses to try to look skinny.
I mean, think about like Chinese foot binding. You familiar with that?
Oh,
that goes
yes.
like. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Say Google it if you want. Google it if you want.
Google it if you want. But their feet,
it's
like this.
Yeah.
And that was for beauty standards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. But yeah, you are right. Like, Instagram is particularly, I try to stay off Instagram. Now that we finally set this up and you like hit me up, I'm actually gonna get off Instagram.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because Instagram just like makes me feel bad. Because, and I'm not even like a FOMO type of person. Fear of missing out, for people who don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But like when you see everybody curating the best parts of their lives and presenting it, like, it's even the most strongest-willed person will feel a type of way. Like, oh, damn, I'm not.
Yeah, a lot of that will make people question their own relationships because they see somebody's relationship might look picture perfect on Instagram.
Yeah.
But in reality, you know, it might not be that.
It might not be like that.
It might be broken down a little bit. And then that might cause you to question, like, is my relationship really good enough? Like, is she showing me enough love?
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Yeah.
Oof.
And that goes both ways, too. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like you can't compare yourself to somebody worse than you, which I was kind of just doing with the be grateful thing.
Wow.
But, you know,
A little bit.
life is full of contradictions. Deal with it, you know.
It is.
True. Oh yeah, but say like, you know, how stuff was trending in society back then and now. So, nothing against women for real. It's just the perfect example. But you know, societal beauty standards. Well, men probably set the beauty standards for women.
Yeah.
A thinner woman was more attractive back then. So there was a lot of like women had like eating disorders, or you know, dealt with like anorexia issues in order to like want to fit that beauty standard. And nowadays, you know, thick women are in. I don't know how to say it without
Thank
sounding
the
weird.
Lord.
Body shaped like
Thank
a
the
Coke
Lord.
bottle.
Say the rest.
Walk with a waddle.
Y'all are getting canceled.
No, but it's
And so now BBLs, or let me finish my thought. Yeah, so now, you know, when we are getting like BBLs, nothing wrong when, you know, do what you want with your own body, but there's a health risk too at the end of the day.
There
and
is.
Society does play a role on it. So, you know, how do you feel about society, how much of a stronghold it has on us as a group of people, not like per se be you as an individual?
I mean, when it comes to getting body modifications like a Brazilian butt lift, rhinoplasty, bottom surgery, top surgery. I'm just gonna name all of them. No, but like when it comes to that, it's a weird balance. You could honestly just extend this to like the beauty industry in general. But like, yes, do what you want, do what makes you happy. You have agency, you have free will. However, your decision was not made in a vacuum, right? Like, you weren't just like
You didn't come up with it yourself, is what you're saying.
I mean, like you may have technically came up, but like, do you think the makeup industry or the beauty industry, like, do you think the beauty industry really makes money off of women being secure in themselves? No.
Wow.
No. And like they might try to switch that around. They might try to switch that around nowadays and be like, oh, empowerment or whatever. It's just corporate gobbledygook. But like, if you look at the ads from back then, they'll way more explicit. They'll be like, you don't want to eat that, do you? You're not good for Maybelline or whatever it would be. Like women who eat burgers aren't, like, it was way more explicit back then.
Yeah.
And these industries did not profit off of people being proud of themselves. And
They don't.
it's a similar thing. I'm about to step like way over a line right now.
Oh, step into it.
Think about, do you know who America's first black millionaire was? It always mentioned it. It's like every history class.
Yeah.
Exactly, Madam C.J. Walker. And no disrespect to her or her accomplishments, but she got her fortune by selling relaxers, hair straighteners, and wigs and stuff. And again, you can do what you like, but like, she made so much money for a reason, because it was like a Jim Crow era. The beauty standard was like straightened hair, white. Even they didn't even want white people to have curly hair. That had curly hair. So she made her fortune off of people being pressured to fit a certain beauty standard.
Bro, I just had goosebumps from that.
And I don't. Thank you.
That's
But
crazy.
I don't
I
want to say like she saw an opportunity and she started her business and she was like, and she did her thing, and that was. I hate to. Every drug dealer says like, if I didn't sell it to him, somebody else would. So I don't want to make like that comparison.
Yeah.
But like, there was a hole in the market there. That's what the beauty standards were at the time.
The beauty standards was that.
And she lifted her family out of poverty. She lifted like generations out of poverty, and take the bad with the good.
That is crazy.
Shout out Madam C.J. Walker
Yeah.
for burning all them people here.
Shout out my Madam C.J. Walker. Just that.
But sorry to interrupt you.
No,
but also like, going back to shame, like there's also the body positivity movement, which a lot of people get really mad about for some reason. Like they're like, oh, fat women, or whatever. Sure.
Okay.
And they do it under the guise of like, we don't want to promote bad health.
Yeah.
But chances are, whoever is saying that is not like a health professional.
Yeah.
They don't read the scholarly research. Like, man, live and let live. If somebody's a little fat, like that's just none of your business. Like I see people that get really mad at Lizzo just existing or dancing, and that's just like, I can't even imagine being that upset.
That's what,
There's decent scholarly evidence to suggest, I wish I could remember the name of the study, but that being overweight or obese, the shame and social stigma is actually worse for your health than the actual obesity.
Wow.
That's a law of nature or
You just
anything.
been throwing like
I know you ain't hear. If you watching, I know you ain't hear that before.
There's good reason to believe
that
that.
before either.
There's good reason to believe that. Even if that's not necessarily true, it's good to remove the social stigma.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's not gonna make them lose weight, honestly.
Yeah, and there's also like, the real thing is blood pressure. If your blood pressure is high, that's bad.
Yeah.
But you can be overweight, like have a high BMI or whatever. BMI is
Body mass index.
is Yeah, but it also like it doesn't measure much. But you can be overweight and have fine blood pressure, and for all intents and purposes, you're healthy. Like you're fine. And those people do exist and in large numbers. Like it's not like a rare thing where this guy is overweight, but somehow he has good blood pressure. Like it's very common.
Interesting. I never, thought about it in that way. How the social stigma could be even more harmful than that. Are there other I'm just curious about other social stigmas in general. Like,
I mean,
what are the main ones?
There's a lot.
Impacting us right now.
Disability.
Yeah. Sometimes race. Sometimes race.
A lot of times race.
A lot of times race too.
Yeah.
Gender. Social stigmas everywhere. It just depends on your experience and who you are as a person and what
Poverty.
you represent. Poverty, classism is a very real thing.
Just the shame of being poor is a lot.
Yeah.
Beyond like any of the other economic stuff, like the shame of being poor and like not being able to feed your kids is a lot.
Yeah.
Rich people sleep, poor people should not.
Okay, I disagree with that so hard.
We all disagree with that.
He's trolling.
I'm getting hot.
He's trolling.
Yeah, I know, but
I
He is
stayed up
trolling.
grinding.
I'm getting hot.
I could sleep when I'm rich. I will be grinding. I'll be editing all night.
Guys, health over money.
health is money. Health is money.
Look at it like that.
Because
Currency. Health
because
is wealth.
health is wealth, literally. That probably rhymes. That's better. But like,
This man is doing push-ups in the background.
but like the thing about people be like, oh, to be healthy, eat well, sleep well, exercise, or whatever.
Yeah.
Sleep is like the top of that list, and it's kind of not even close.
They said you could go more days without eating than you can without sleeping.
I don't know, but just in my personal experience, like I cannot exercise and eat like crap, but if I get a good night's sleep, like I'm good. And if I don't get a good night's sleep, I'm just ruined.
People underrate how important sleep is. I'm one of those people.
You should prioritize it.
You should really prioritize
like
it.
if your job is like, hey, can you come in an hour earlier or whatever, but that would mess with your sleep, be like, sorry, can't do that. I have a family emergency or something. I don't know. Your family emergency, you are your family, and then you can't sleep.
Take it over my dog.
I guess. I don't know. I've been choosing not to sleep in order to grind as of recent.
And does it fuel you though? Like,
I feel pretty fueled right now, but it's only one day in.
okay, you said recently. Then as it's been like an established pattern.
Nah, we're gonna establish it.
Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
No sleep days in 2024. We're not sleeping.
J-Lou will be the only one not sleeping.
Hashtag no sleep challenge.
I've gone too many years with no sleep.
And Dior supplies me with Red Bulls.
Whoa.
I used to freshman year. I used to be like not sleeping a lot, just cause. But now I don't go to bed. Like I was in West Palm last night. I went to bed pretty late. It was like 1. Freshman year, I'd be staying up till like 5, multiple times a week. That was dumb.
I feel like I always seen you walking
I felt
around
that.
like late at night, just in the house and quad.
Like
all
back
the time.
then.
Jack would be there.
Yeah.
Walking.
Yeah.
Just come out the shadows. The white shadow. That's
White
what we call
shadow.
them.
Full circle.
I could have been 3 inches taller if I would have slept more.
You could have been in the league.
Don't tell me
I
where I
don't
could
know.
have been.
I think that one's like entirely genetics.
Or I
Who
could
knows?
be $100, $300, $400 richer if I didn't sleep.
Please don't listen
It
to
probably
J-Lo.
took a year off my life, maybe.
Maybe.
By the way, like
$300.
saying health is wealth is not like just like a spiritual like ooh, it's good to be healthy. But no, you will make more money if you are healthy.
No facts.
You will get paid more if you're healthy.
It's just more maximization.
Yeah, you won't be able to do your job if you're
not healthy.
yeah.
He's gonna say something.
No.
crazy.
Let's hear it.
I was gonna say we're sleeping every day in 2024.
I love to hear that
There
one.
we go.
J-Lou quotes.
And on that note, you feel me? We had a lovely podcast where we delved into. I do want to keep going longer, but you feel me? This was great. I'd love to have you back on the podcast. I'm not sleepy. Don't you gotta drive somewhere?
Watch out! Don't put this on me.
We find you are $100 like both times.
He's going to 4186 West Flagler Street at 4:13 p.m. Sorry.
Am I?
I don't know. I was just trying to dox you. I was just trying to fake dox you.
I don't even know if I'm.
IP address.
That was so descriptive.
IP address 91:14. No.
You don't even know. He's you think he's joking, but he's not.
Okay.
Wait.
It's easy. Like I can't. Like if you're registered to vote, I can find your address.
No, like Happy Black History Month, my brother.
What?
Cause like, say we ever get lost, you feel me? Like say they were to rush to nuke us, you feel me? We could escape the plantation through Dior's braids.
Oh my.
This man.
He sleeps on it.
Reel it back in.
Reel it
Oh,
back
I thought
in.
I was finishing.
Yeah.
No.
We weren't letting you finish until we talked about his braids.
He's got tracks in his braids.
This is why health is wealth, man. Because if you like see what J. Lou's on right now, he's because he hasn't slept for a day.
It's a drug called no sleep.
Yeah, called no sleep. Don't take the mic from me.
Do I need to cut that out if I still get a job?
Is J. Lou getting a job after this?
Find out next time.
Find out next time.
On Rule of Thirds.
On Rule of Thirds.
Nah, but y'all always take care of yourself. Health is definitely wealth.
Health is wealth.
Let's just close out with the prayer because we did.
Oh,
get
for
a lot
sure,
of
for sure.
Prayer and invitation. Yeah, if that's comfortable with you.
That's fine.
Okay, bet. Sounds good. So, no, I'm not. I'm gonna say it. You can't operate.
We're gonna pray for you, Jordan.
We are gonna pray for you. But we did get enough. All right, y'all. Let's just bow your heads and close your eyes. Lord, thank you for just gathering us here together, just with my brothers and with my friends, and just here to just be able to give a message to the people, Lord, that taking care of themselves is the best way, and that to follow you is a way as well, Lord. Lord, just thank you for just letting us gather around, just give this knowledge of our lives and what we experience, and just be able to do what we have to do, Lord. And Lord, thank you for food, thank you for shelter, thank you for just giving us glory, thank you for just waking up this morning. We give you grace above everything, Lord, and no amount of things can reach the amount of gratitude we have for you, Lord. Lord, I thank you so much. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. That's dope.
That was
Don't follow society standards. Listen to Jack. Don't listen to Jordan. And we're out.
I'm also don't listen to me. I'm not an authority on anything. Figure it out yourself.
You're better off listening to Jack than you are to Jordan, though. So peace.